Okay, so I've already said welcome to everyone. Welcome to our business partners, new and old. I've already told y'all my name is Dr. Shaquana Casino Jones, and I am a six-figure income earner inside of Planet Marketing. I currently have the Sapphire ring, meaning that I earn over $8,334 a month. However, I will be getting my Ruby ring, indicating that I'm earning $250,000 residually. Yeah, I work this business on a part-time basis, and I produce full-time income. I am a full-time lawyer. I own my own law firm in Columbia, South Carolina. And I'm telling y'all, I could be in the courtroom waiting on the judge to take the bench, and I can book a trip on my smartphone that will earn me a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000 in commission, just like that. I can bring in a new business partner with Planet Marketing, just like that. And so this business is made for busy people. I have an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and a husband and a puppy. Okay. So I know busy, but this business is made for people like you and I who are busy. If you're looking to add an additional income to the income that you already have, if you're looking to replace an income, whatever it is you're looking to do, this is the place to do it. So for those of you all who are new, or even if you're not new and you just need a breakdown, your business is actually two different businesses in one. And if you did not come into both businesses, you want to come into both businesses. So whichever business you don't have, you want to get with your sponsor and you want to come into the other business. The two businesses that I'm going to talk to you about this evening is going to be Teletravel and Planet Marketing. Okay. Teletravel is an over 30-year-old travel agency based out of Delray Beach, Florida, y'all. It's homegrown right here in the US of A. One of its founders and CEOs, Mr. James Ferrara, he actually still books travel, and he does a lot of hands-on training through himself and his team, Dreammaker events, virtual, in person, you name it, okay? We have a covenant rating with the Better Business Bureau. We're in very good standing with them. We take our commitment to our travelers very seriously, but Teletravel also takes their commitment to us as the agents in the field, as business owners, very seriously. Customer service is available for you, the business owner, Monday through Monday, okay? By email, by phone, or by chat on your website, okay? So you've bought into an Teletravel travel business. You are a business owner. You own a travel agency. You are a travel agent. Some people might say they're a travel professional, they're a travel advisor, whatever you want to call yourself. You're the boss. You're the CEO. You can book whoever wants to go wherever, anytime you want. You have a world-class, first-class website. It's already designed for you. It's already put together for you. All you've got to do is learn how to use it. Okay, so we're going to start with going through the Teletravel back office, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you about Planet Marketing, because Planet Marketing is about 70 years old at this point. It's based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and it was founded by documented millionaire, Mr. Donald Bradley. I'm very fond of Mr. Bradley. He's a man of his word in all of my dealings with him. And most importantly, he's never paid me late. As a matter of fact, he's paid me early before. And so Planet Marketing has an exclusive relationship with Teletravel, whereby if someone wants to become a travel agency owner within Teletravel, they have to go through a Planet Marketing representative. Me, I'm a Planet Marketing representative. Hopefully you are as well. If you are not, you need to become one, okay? So what do Planet Marketing representatives do? We sell travel agencies. We help people to set up their own travel agencies all over the world. And that is such an awesome thing to do, to say that I help people to become an entrepreneur. I help people to become business owners. I love it. Okay, so we're going to go to our Teletravel back office. Y'all know, okay, if you don't have your phones or whatnot on mute, please put them on mute, y'all, especially because we're recording this today, and we want it to be clear and crisp. Okay. I need someone to let me know if you can see my screen and if my screen has Teletravel up here.
It does.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So www.intellitravel.com. It stands for Intelligent Traveler. One of the first things you want to do is learn how to pronounce these businesses. Intellitravel or Teletravel. Okay. Travel. When you see Teletravel, you know this is the business that deals with travel. This is a business where you can earn commission on your trips that you book for yourself, trips that you book for other people, trips that they book on your website while you are asleep. And this is the business that you are able to travel like a rock star for rock bottom prices. This is where you're going to log in. Y'all know I am not good with remembering my password, so do not laugh at me. I struggle a little bit with this, and I would tell y'all, in order to save time, and time is money, you want to write this stuff down, okay? So that you're not struggling with it. Oh, boom, I got in. Look at God. All right. So this is what we call your Teletravel back office. And it's called your Teletravel back office because it is a part of your business that only you can see. It's your back office. Your clients can't see this. Your customers can't see this. This is for you, the business owner. One of the first things that you're going to see when you log into your Teletravel back office, it's going to look like this. And it's going to tell you what you've done and what you haven't done. I'm in this business almost 6-7 years strong, and it says looks like you haven't completed all of the Teletravel University certifications. One of the things I tell people who are joining me in business is this is a earn as you learn business. Don't come into this business and don't talk to people interested in coming into business with you and give them the impression or let them erroneously believe they have to do all these trainings before they can book a trip. Absolutely false. You can come into this business at 9 o'clock and book a trip at 9:30, just depending on where you're going and what vendor you're going to use. Okay. I'm not proud of this, that I'm only a dream maker. However, I use it as a teaching moment because you're never going to learn everything in this business. So you don't want to not bring somebody into business with you because you haven't even completed your trainings, because the same way I train and I'm training now, you will plug your people into us, the bronze builders, the silver builders, the gold builders, the directors, and we will help you get them trained. They can train at the same time you are. Okay. So that's just one of the first things I wanted to bring to your attention. However, when you X out of that, you will see you have your dashboard, book travel, my agency, education, help. I'm going to show you some very important things in your back office, okay? One of the most important things about your back office is that you can book travel back here. You can book hotels, you can book flights, cars, cruises. You can even book vacation rentals. Like, people say, do you do Airbnb? Well, we don't book through Airbnb because that's the name of an actual company. But do we book villas, apartments, homes, mansions? Absolutely. You can book that stuff in your back office, okay? And one of the cool things about Teletravel is we've been around for so long that we actually have special negotiated rates with the top name in travel. Okay. So we may have a rate with Marriott that can't be found out there on Priceline or Expedia or wherever people are booking. Okay. The thing about booking in your back office, though, is that there's no way to bundle the vacation. So if you have someone who wants a flight, a car, and a hotel, you have to book it separately, and it comes off the credit separately. So there is no way to bundle back here as of yet. Okay, but this is self-explanatory. Flights is self-explanatory. I will say with the flights, you cannot book it back here within, I think it's 24 or 48. It might even be 72. Somebody, Athena, right. Somebody tell me what the security feature is. If it's within a certain amount of time, you have to actually call it into Teletravel. Athena, do you know what the time frame is, or the team or somebody? I don't know, but it'll tell you. It'll say you're gonna have to call them.
72.
72. Okay, thank you. So if somebody wants to leave on a flight within 72 hours, you're not going to be able to book it back there, but you can call in Teletravel and they can get it booked for you. It's a security feature. Vacation rental, self-explanatory. Packages, I'm going to come back to it. Activities is a very cool tab, y'all, because you get a 13% commission off of the activities that your clients choose to do. So let's say you have someone that's going to Miami, okay? You can, and they want to do stuff like go on jet skis, right? You can put in Miami and you can put in the dates that you're traveling, or the dates that you're traveling, or your client is traveling, or whoever is traveling, right? And you can see what kind of things they can do. Speedboat sightseeing tour of Miami. It's a Miami combo tour. Skyline 90-minute cruise of South Beach and millionaire homes in Venetian Islands. You know, there's all kind of stuff to do. Las Vegas, same thing. It doesn't even matter if they're going in the country or out of the country. You can make a commission off of their activities, okay? Let me get back to my page. How do I get back to my page? Oh, don't tell me I got to. Okay. So you can add travel insurance back here, y'all. Travel insurance is so important because most people work an entire year just for a week of vacation, and they save for vacations. So you don't want your client to book this amazing vacation with you, and then a hurricane comes and the flights are closed. They can't go on the cruise and they lose all their money. A lot of people lost a lot of money when COVID hit. Okay. So you can put insurance on the trip with Alliance back here. And there's different kinds of packages. You know, they have where you can get a credit, a reimbursement, different reasons. So just know that this is back here, okay? Under your book travel tab, there's also VIP partner exclusive. We're a part of Ensemble, okay? And when you have a moment, just come back here and see what Ensemble is all about. Ensemble is about taking your client's luxury vacation to the next level. Because we are a part of Ensemble, hold on, y'all. I know y'all hear my babies upstairs having a good old time. So I got to text my husband and tell him they're too loud. All right, sorry, y'all. So like when I booked my birthday rental, I booked it through Villas of Distinction. That's one of our vendors, and I love them very much. They specialize in luxury rentals, okay? So I booked this lovely vacation home in the Cayman Islands, and she asked me what my consortia was. When they ask you what your consortia is, you might not know what consortia means, but Google it and just know that it's Ensemble Travel. So because it's Ensemble Travel, I got an extra commission off of my own rental, but I'm also getting a $200 credit to use towards a chef, a nanny, a driver, whatever I want to use it towards. Okay. So when you get a chance, go back there and look at Ensemble. That's something that's exclusive to us, and it does so good when you're booking stuff. Your preferred partners, y'all, especially if you're new, you want to go and download this because it'll tell you we have thousands and thousands of travel partners. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, American Airlines, Delta, you know, you name it, we do business with the biggest names in the world. However, there are some travel suppliers that are tried, trusted, and true. And when we book with them, we know our commission is in the bag. We know that our client is going to have a great experience. You know, there's just certain vendors that pay us more to book with them. Okay. And when you download this, it will tell you who those vendors are. Are you going to get paid more if you book through Carnival or Celebrity Cruise Line? You know, are you going to get paid more if you take your client and you know, sell them a Disney World ticket or Universal? You know, if I can book a trip to the Bahamas in Vacation Express, as well as another vendor, which vendor should I use? Go in and look at that. That's very important. Print it out. You want to make yourself a travel binder, y'all, with your passwords, your forms, your notes. Make yourself a travel binder. Treat your business like a business, and it will show up in your paychecks, okay? In your direct deposits, basically. Register outside bookings is very important, and I'm going to come back to that. But then you have this tab called hot deals. People are always looking for last minute deals. You can go back here and you can see last minute deals. You can see, you know, what vendors are offering what. Royal Caribbean has 30% off right now. Kids are selling free. That's a big thing when the kids get to sell free, because kids have to pay for cruises. Okay. Southwest Vacations, wish you were here. Savings in Los Cabos with Southwest Vacations. You know, you can just go back here and look. You earn an extra 10% commission when you send your client on an MSC cruise versus another cruise line, right? Fairbus, flight deals. They've got flight deals. You know, this is self-explanatory. So just go back here. They even got parking at the airport, you know, deals. So there's tons of deals back here, y'all. Tons and tons and tons of deals back here. Just make sure you go back here and you play around with it, okay? This is your back office. You cannot break it. I'm going to go back to packages, because one of the most important aspects of you owning your travel agency is your knowledge. You've got to know where to book your clients. You've got to know what vendors to use, right? That's one of the most important aspects of owning your agency. If someone comes to you today, Miss Gross, welcome to the team, Miss Gross. You are beautiful. I see where your daughter gets it from. Miss Gross is one of our newest business partners, y'all. So if someone comes to Miss Gross and she's 24 hours into this business and says, I want to go to Miami, or I want to go to Jamaica, Miss Gross needs to know where to book that person. Okay. So let's take a look. We use travel vendors or travel suppliers. If you click packages, y'all, it will bring you back here. These are not all the travel vendors and these are not all the travel suppliers, but these are some of them. You've got American Airlines Vacations. You want to write that down. American Airlines Vacations is one that you definitely want to go ahead and register for. Apple Leisure Group, that's going to be found inside of VAX. If you're new, you cannot get access to VAX until you've been active for 60 days and you've passed a quiz. But don't worry, whatever you can book in VAX, you can book other places as well. But as you can see, they've got a star by them. They're preferred partners. They pay us the top commissions, okay? Apple Vacations, Avanti, and it'll tell you what these different vendors specialize in. Disney is back here. Of course, they're a preferred partner. Educational travel services. You've got a private school or a school that wants to take a trip somewhere, you might want to use that vendor. FunJet is a part of VAX. You cannot register for this on your own, and that falls into the category of what I just said. You have to be in the company for 60 days consistently, and you have to pass a quiz, okay? Golden tickets. Y'all, we can make money off of sporting events, concert tickets, theater tickets, right? All of this is back here, y'all. Let's say Vacation Express. They're my ultimate all-time favorite vendor. If I ask you who my favorite vendor is, you've got to know it's Vacation Express, because I love the Caribbean and they specialize in all-inclusive vacations to the Caribbean only. You cannot book a cruise back here. You cannot book Vegas. You cannot book Miami. You are only going to find all-inclusive vacations to the Caribbean in Vacation Express. But let's say someone says, Miss Gross, I want to go to Jamaica. All right. Well, Miss Gross now knows she can book that where? Vacation Express. How does she know? Because I just said it. All right. So let's click learn more. It's going to take you to Vacation Express's home page. This no longer says Teletravel. This is very important, y'all. Once your browser changes from Teletravel to a new URL, you have left Teletravel and you are now on a different site. Hence the different login. Let's hope my login works. Boom, it's coming up golden for me today. Y'all see that, Renee? Okay, this is Vacation Express, right? I love Vacation Express for several reasons. I think that the value that they offer for my clients is amazing. They have like one of the best layaway plans available. They have the best deposits. I just love them. They offer us reduced travel agent airfare. They offer us bonus commission. There's a lot of reasons why I like booking with Vacation Express. Vacation Express is my go-to anytime I have a client that wants to travel to the Caribbean. Could I book it in FunJet? Yes. Could I book it in American Airlines Vacations? Of course I could. Could I book it on Delta World Agent Direct? Yes. Will I? No. I'm coming straight to Vacation Express. So let's just say I have a client who wants to go to Jamaica and they want to leave from Charlotte, North Carolina. They want to go from the 24th to the 27th. They're staying 3 nights. This is what it looks like, y'all. It's easy. A lot of people get freaked out because now you're the business owner, but booking a vacation is really no different as a business owner than what it was when you were booking for yourself on Expedia, except now you're going to be getting paid for your efforts. Okay. So I'm doing a value package. You can do hotel only, or you can do air only, or you can do a package. I'm going to do a package. Okay. So I've got in my airports, I got in my time, I've got in the rooms I need, the children are no children, 2 adults. And I'm just going to hit continue. And it's going to do its little do thing. And it's going to show me my options, the available resorts, the available airfare, and then we're going to take building a package from here. Okay. It takes a little second to calibrate. And I don't even know if that's a real word in travel, but I like the way it sounds. It's calibrating. All right. So I'm going to let it do its thing. Let me make sure that everybody is in. I'm going to address questions real quick. I don't see any questions. No questions, no questions. Villas of distinction, you can use those as flyers too. Vacation Express site is experiencing difficulties with flight information. Oh no, I hate when that happens, Mama Faye. All right, so the first thing I look at always before I even look at the flights is the resorts. Because if I don't see a resort that I would stay at, then we need to change the dates. We don't even need to worry about flights, in my opinion, until we found a credible resort. So the featured resort, as you can see, is Royal Decameron Club Caribbean. I don't know anything about that resort brand, nothing. So I would skip it because I'm not going to recommend my client to go to a resort that I don't have any personal knowledge of. I don't care that it says it's 3.5 stars. It could say that it's 4 stars. I don't know anything about it. I'm probably not going to recommend it. All right. I'm going to skip all of these, right? Nope. Holiday Inn could be okay. That starts at $15.70 per person. Iberostar. Y'all write Iberostar down. When you're in the Caribbean, Iberostar is going to be a good brand. Brand recognition is everything. You do not want to book your client somewhere that they hate, and then they drag your name through the industry, through the internet, saying you booked them at a Roach Motel. Know your brands. Iberostar is one that's a luxury brand. Okay. As you can see, it's 4 stars. Sunset at the Palms is a 4.5, almost 5-star resort. However, you might want to Google that because I don't believe they're right on the beach. I don't believe they're right on the water. I believe the water is across the street from them, which is not a big deal to some people, but to some people it is. They're a little bit different because I think they have the tree houses. So if you have clients who want to do something a little bit different, that would be great. Just make sure that you let them know they might not be right on the ocean. As you can see, there's a key here. AO stands for adults only. And so if you have people who want to bring children with them, that's going to be very important because they can't bring children here. And some people want adults only. They don't want to be bothered with people's children running around screaming the resort. Okay. Couples is another great brand. They're known, you know how Sandals is known for their opulence and their luxury. Couples is kind of like the young, hip part of that. So I could recommend them. I love Royalton, y'all. Royalton is one of my favorite brands, and this Royalton is actually 5 stars. So and Royalton is one that when you book with them, I think when you do like 3 or 4 bookings with them, you actually start to be able to qualify for your travel agent rate. So I'm probably going to recommend the Royalton because I know what my client is going to get. I love the brand, and it's going to be more in the booking for me as well. So I'm going to back up for just 1 second because I want to show y'all this. Before you even start looking at the hotels, you might want to come here and look at who's going to give you free nights for booking with them. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your homepage and you want to come to, where is it? Freebies right here. And if we're looking at Jamaica, you want to pull up Jamaica. Here we go. And it will tell you the resorts that are participating in giving you freebies. So we've got the Hideaway at Royalton. We've got Grand Palladium. Grand Palladium is a resort that people like. It's normally like a 4-star resort. I don't particularly care for it in the Dominican. I haven't been to the one in Jamaica, but it's a pretty safe brand as far as what your client is going to get. So you've got the Grand Palladium, you've got Hideaway at Royalton, and the Hideaway is a part of the Royalton that's for adults only. So you may have a Royalton that is not adults only in totality, but the Hideaway portion of that resort is. So you'll have a pool with no kids being allowed. You'll have a bar with no kids around. That's the Hideaway. You got the Holiday Inn. So I would look here so that when I'm see, you got the Royalton, all the Royaltons are on here. So if you book your client at the Royalton White Sands for 5 nights, you're going to get a free night. I love it. So you get commission and you get a free night. And then for when you have 5 charter flight bookings, you get a free flight. So you could end up getting your commission plus a free room plus a free flight. You could have 3, 4, 5 free nights. You just got a whole vacation. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why I love booking with Vacation Express. So you can check those hotels out before you actually do your recommendation. It just kind of so happens that the resorts that I would recommend are kind of probably already on that list. But I'm going to go back to where we were so I can show y'all how to finish booking this. Okay. I see Miss Tiffany Moore has a question. Can somebody unmute her? I think she's got her hand up.
You are the only one with access.
I did, but I think you kind of answered it. You said that we can accumulate those free nights and use them at one vacation. And you said that after 5 charter flights, did I hear you correctly, you get a free flight?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Is that round trip or?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Would that be round trip or?
Yep, it's round trip, anywhere they fly. Mm-hmm.
And you can use those free nights anytime, or is it a particular?
There's always going to be restrictions and rules. And when they give you your flyer, when they email you your flyer, that particular resort will have their rules and their restrictions printed on the bottom of it. It's not so restrictive. Like I've gotten some for some of the top resorts. And it's mostly kind of like they block out like Easter week or Holy Week or something like that. But there's not a lot of restrictions to it. But the restrictions will be printed on the certificate. And they will tell you how many certificates you can use in one stay. Some of them might say you can use 5. Some of them might say 3. So the rules and regulations will be on your certificate.
One more question. You know how like sometimes, let's say like Royalton, they'll say if you have 10 rooms booked, the 11th room is free where, like the agent can get paid for that room. Does that still stand even with freebies or no?
I don't know. I guess you would have to ask the particular brand that. I don't know.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You're welcome. All right. So we're back to where we were, and we're going to look at Royalton White Sands. Okay, it's all inclusive, mind you. Not all resorts are all inclusive. When you start looking at places like Turks and Caicos does not have a lot of all inclusive. They might have a European plan, or they might have an add-on plan, but true all inclusive, you got to be careful. You don't want to book your client somewhere and you're telling them it's all inclusive and it's not. Look for that sign. Okay, FP, what does that mean? Family plan. And then kids 17, there's a kids club. That's what it probably means. Yeah, most of the time it does. But you can look at the keys yourself. And so we want to click this resort, not the Grand Palladium. What did I say? Royalton. All right. Experience all in luxury at the 352 room Royalton White Sands and Montego Bay Resort, an exclusive family and couples oriented hotel. So, this is not, adults only. But what we want to do is we want to click it, and then we want to start looking at rooms and rates. So you have a junior suite oceanfront that's all inclusive. It's going to be $1,878 per person. Y'all, when you're booking in Vacation Express, if you book it as a package, this is going to include the flight too. Okay. You've got a garden view that's $1,903, which is kind of weird. Why? Oh, it's a suite. I was going to say, why would the garden view be more than the, but they're both suites. Well, anyway, these are the room categories. There are 3 room categories available for these dates. You got the junior suite oceanfront, the suite garden view, and the suite oceanfront view. Why are they different? Junior suite. Oh, so this is a junior suite and these are suites. Okay, so these are bigger. All right. So let's say your client wants to take this junior suite oceanfront. You can click on it so it can, tell you the description of it. Why am I on Grand Palladium? Did y'all see that just switch? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Y'all give me a second. Let me unclick that. Okay. So the Royalton has the luxury room, the luxury ocean view room, and the Diamond Club luxury ocean view room. Diamond Club is going to include things like hors d'oeuvre, a private, clubhouse. You can read it and it will tell you what it's going to come with. It's just an extra step up in their luxurious vacation. All right. So let's just say they want to take this Diamond Club luxury ocean view room. I'm going to hit it and it tells you how many they have left. So if your client is kind of wishy-washy, you might want to tell them, first of all, your vacation is not guaranteed until you put a deposit down, but we only have 4 of these rooms left. All right. You're going to hit select. And it's going to give you a rundown so you can make sure you're not making a mistake. 3 nights accommodations for 2 adults occupying 1 room. Diamond Club luxury ocean view room, all inclusive. Check-in date is going to be June 24th. Check out June 27th. Includes a special sale, including $600 in resort credits. Resort credits can normally be used towards things like massages, gift shops, stuff like that. That's not actually included with the stay. All right. It tells you what's included with the stay. These are things that when I'm talking to my clients, their benefits, their what makes their package so exclusive. And I would tell them, listen, I was able to get you a 10% discount on spa treatments. I was able to get you into a luxurious room where you have club only access. You want to let them know what they're getting, the value for their money. Okay. And so if you scroll down, it's going to tell you, and this is just an overview because we're not doing a training on these travel vendors. I'm just giving you an overview on how to book because Teletravel has their travel ambassadors to do the training. So I'm just doing a general rundown for anybody who was questioning that. The payment schedule and terms, it'll tell you the deposit is going to be due Monday, May 9th. That's the day that they book it. And as you can see, where's the deposit? The deposit is $1,193 per person. I should have did a different date, y'all, because it's so close to the time that they're going to leave. The whole trip, no, the whole trip is not due. Okay, so the deposit is $1,193 per person. But if you come down here to booking options, you're going to see reduced deposit plan. If you click it, you're going to see that for an extra $25 per person, you can bring their deposit down. That's non-refundable though. Okay, so make sure to tell them that. So I'm clicking it and I'm waiting for it to just do its thing. And let's see what it brings the deposit down. $325 a person. It brought that deposit way down. And so that deposit is going to include the flight and the resort. Like this is the only vendor I know that does that. And I could be wrong. Oh yeah, some other vendors do it like that we work with, but outside of vendors that we don't work with, I don't know anybody else that does it. Booking.com, they used to do it, but they would only do it for the hotel portion. Put this person on mute, y'all. Okay. $300 for 30 minutes of work. Hello. All right. So you've got your deposit, you've got the total, right? The total is $4,116 for a 5-star resort with your flights included in Jamaica in June, which is a peak season. That's like $2,000 a person. Your commission is going to be $298.84. Please remember, in Teletravel, it's going to get 30% of that, and you're going to get 70 because they're our host agency. All right. But if you want to increase your commission, just increase it. Let's say I want to increase it by $300. I'm going to go and I'm going to add that in. So now my commission is going to go to $568.84. There's a mock-up and everything. The car that you bought, they marked it up. The furniture you bought, they marked it up. You can mark up your commission. Be careful though, because if your client can go out there on Expedia or somewhere and find it for cheaper, why would they pay you the extra commission? Normally, I compare before I decide how much I'm going to mark up my commission or if I'm going to mark it up at all. Okay. So with all that being said and done, once you book your client, and look down here, y'all, you can do private transfers for them because transfers come with this. As you can see, round trip shared transfers to and from the resort, that's included unless you want to remove it. That's a part of the breakdown of the price. But you can do it private if they want a limo, they want a private, because this is going to be shared. This is going to be like a van with other people in it. You can come down here and add vacation protection, which is very important. So you can do it through Teletravel or you can do it right here. Okay. And you have it down here to where you can add tours. A lot of the tours are, you do it when you get there now because of COVID to make sure, what's up and running, but what's available will be down here for you to book your client. Okay. And then once why am I writing with a pencil? That's weird. I did something down here, y'all. Okay. So once you decide that you want to book it or your client decides they want to book it, then you go to book it. And you're going to put in your client's information, their credit card information, all that good stuff, just like if you were checking out for yourself, and boom, they're booked. Now, when it comes to people who are on payment plans, they have a final due date. Whatever their final due date is, they have to make their final payment by that due date. All this should be filled in for you, and all you're doing is putting in your traveler's information. Make sure they give you the correct information as it appears on their passport, because if this is wrong and they get to the airport, 9 times out of 10, they are going to be turned around and they're going to be mad with you. Okay, so make sure all of that adds up, matches up. They give it to you correctly. They double check the paperwork when it comes to their email. Make sure all of that stuff is good to go. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for just a minute. Mr. Johnson.
A couple of questions.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sis. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I was wondering if there was a way you can stretch the deposit due date from being today to 2 weeks from today.
Absolutely not. The deposit is due at the time of booking. So if you find something for them that they like and they don't have the money to put the deposit down, that very same vacation may be gone 2 hours later.
I'm talking about for promotional use. Like I build a package and I want to promote it. How would I do that with the deposit due on the same day?
So with land air packages, you would need to contact the groups department. And you would need to let them know that you want to do a group trip. You can do it to where you're securing the vacation. So you might say, okay, I want to secure 20 places on the plane and 20 rooms. And they're going to have you sign a contract, and you have to get Teletravel's permission for some of the vendors before you're able to do that. Because basically, if you do that and you don't have 20 people on the plane or 20 people in the resort, you're on the hook for the price difference. So you can do it, but you need to contact the groups department of whatever vendor you're using to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes, you say group. Was that a group trip you was booking right there?
No, that was just for 2 people.
So
Shaquan, I think he's asking, like, when you're promoting, like, you know how we'll put a trip and we'll say deposit due. Sometimes some people say as good as today, but the prices can change. That's what the price is for that day.
Right. Right. And if you want to secure the price or the deposit beyond that day, the only way to do it is to go through groups, because
So
you have to
basically,
block that off.
okay, so basically what she just said is that you have to create your own flyer in order to promote a vacation that you just built from the
Right.
ground up and put prices are changed due to dates. Okay, thank
Yep. You are so welcome. Thank you, Renee. Other questions? And if you haven't registered for these vendors yet, don't worry. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use Vacation Express really quickly to show y'all how to do vendor registration. Let's just say I'm new and I have my list of, vendors that I need to register for, and Vacation Express is on one of them. So if you scroll down to the bottom of most of these websites, you're going to see travel agent registration. This is not one of them. So you got to get creative. You got to be a problem solver. Go to sign in. This is a hack. And you'll see it down here. Travel agencies or travel agents without a profile, click here. One pitfall you want to avoid is you are not a new agency. You are a new agent, because remember, Teletravel is the host agency. So the agency already exists. You are a new agent that's a part of the host agency. Okay. So you wanna fill this out. And this is your information, your first name, last name, email, all that good stuff. The travel agency is always going to be Teletravel. They are who we are accredited through. They are why we don't have to spend 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 and more to start our agency from the ground up. We're kind of piggybacking off of them. So you want to put Teletravel right here. You want to put all of Teletravel's information. You want to remember this number, 10548020. That is your IATA number, your IATA number. It can also be referred to as your ARC number. Those are industry identifiers. That is how Vacation Express will know that you are a part of Teletravel. Okay. The agency information goes here, and that should be in your welcome email from them. Their phone number, their address, all of that, and then you send. Okay. And that's how you register for vendors. It's not complicated, but it can be kind of frustrating if you don't know exactly what you're doing. There is your sponsor should have shown you in Team We Gon' Eat, where the welcome to Teletravel email is. And in that email, there's a list of travel suppliers that I suggest you go ahead and register for. Vacation Express, of course, is on that list. I just showed you how to register for them. American Airlines is on that list. You're going to do the same thing with American Airlines. There's some other ones on that list. And so that's what you want to do to go ahead and start getting your agency set up. You want to go ahead and start registering with those different vendors that's in that letter, that welcome letter. Okay. Any other questions before I show y'all the next thing?
You have a couple of them.
Okay.
You have one, is this considered an outside booking that you would have to register? Meaning how
Absolutely.
you switch from Travel to an individual vendor? Do you have to still
Yeah,
register
we're
them?
going back to Teletravel. Now that I've shown you how to book the vacation, I'm going to show you how to register it next. So good question. Anybody else?
When using that reduced dependent, oh, okay, that's not a question. Does Vacation Express do a 24-hour hold, or is that VAX only?
Vax does it. You can call Vacation Express and ask them to do it. They might, but there's no way to do it on the website that I know of. If anybody else knows of anything different, please chime in. But as far as I know, no.
Good evening. So two-part question.
Good
So they good evening, Shaquana. They will do a 24-hour hold for you, but you do have to call them to get that 24-hour hold put in place
Okay.
for yourself. And I wanted to was just messaging you, telling you, so like I use the reduced deposit, and this is just for my scenario. I don't know if anybody else had this problem, but I use the reduced deposit, and I put on there travel protection. However, because I didn't use the VVP Plus, when my clients went to cancel because the Virgin Islands, their COVID rate started going back up, they went to cancel. I'm thinking they're going to get a travel credit. They were not able to get anything unless they paid out the rest of the portion for the tickets. So when you use that, and this is what the agent explained to me after the fifth agent, they use the money towards the flight first when using that reduced deposit. So they would have had to pay out the flight. It wouldn't have necessarily affected the hotel, but because they wasn't able to pay the other $900 some for the flight, they end up losing their $1,100 deposit.
Wow. Wow. And y'all, this is a prime example of each one teach one. She knows things that I don't know. So now we all know it. And thank you so much for sharing that with me. So the breakdown of that is apparently she had some clients that booked to go to the Virgin Islands. And because the COVID rates went up, they were not able to go. From what I gather, she used the tool that I showed y'all to reduce their deposit. And they also had travel protection. But is it because they used a reduced deposit that they had to pay out the rest of the flight?
Yes, because I put the reduced deposit on there, that automatically makes them pay for the flight first. But the stipulation was because I didn't do the next level of travel protection, that's why their money wasn't protected. I just did travel protection.
Okay, so there's different levels to the travel protection, y'all. You want to read up on them. Some will give you a credit, some will give you money back. It just depends. So basically what her clients had to do was finish paying for the flights, and then they would have gotten their protection to kick in. But if they didn't have the $900 to pay for it, then they lost their money. But I will tell you, Ms. Johnson, don't feel bad about that, because from what I hear in my lawyer brain is that they canceled because the Virgin Islands rate went up, but that don't have anything to do with you not having the rest of the money for your trip. So don't because that don't have anything to do with be here.
Amen.
So and clients will try to guilt trip you, and I would just say, ma'am, I'm so sorry. But your trip was still like, you knew you had to pay for your trip. Like, like what does the COVID rate have to do with your $900 not being paid? Nothing. Okay, I just wanted to put that out there. Any other questions?
Shaquana, can you repeat the answer about the groups? You said we would need to contact groups from Vacation Express to block out those dates if we wanted to do a huge group trip for about 20 people.
Yes,
and so
ma'am.
basically we would have to put down kind of like a deposit ourselves. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know that they make you put down a deposit, but they make you sign a contract. You can do groups a couple of different ways with different vendors. Vacation Express, last time I did a group with them, they have it to where you can do a guaranteed contract, or you can kind of do a flex group. With the flex group, the only thing is your space is not guaranteed. It's kind of like when people start paying, then they kind of try to put y'all together. But with a guaranteed group, you're signing a contract, you're responsible, and they're holding the space for your clients.
Okay. Would you be able to share your experience with doing that?
I don't book a whole lot of groups because I don't have a whole lot of patience. Y'all wouldn't believe that, would you? My friend told me I only have patience for my kids. No, I who books groups a lot? Athena? Athena or Latina?
I've only booked the cruise groups, the group cruise. I know with the cruises, it just depends on how many people are in your party. And I believe it's the same thing with hotels. If it's under a certain number, then you don't have to put down a deposit. I know with the cruises, once you go into anything less than 50, you pay a $50 per stateroom to block off that room. For that group, anything under 8, you don't need the deposit. Anything over the 50, it does go into the contracted groups, which is like what Shaquana said, you have to sign a contract and you'll be responsible for selling those cabins, whether that group fills it up or not.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so
Thank you.
you can call it Vacation Express. I've only booked one group with them, and it went on without a hitch. And it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago. So things do change. So for the most up-to-date information, I would suggest you call them and then
Okay.
like look at the stuff on their website.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Is VBRO the best when booking people that want Airbnb? I use Villas of Distinction. There's a couple other ones that I've put in the group, Mr. Dundle, and I'll try to remember to go in and tag you on those a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow. But before we run out of time, let me go back to Teletravel because y'all booked this great trip to Jamaica. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Why did I do that? Where is my, oh, here we are. We booked this great trip with with Vacation Express. Can y'all see my screen? Does it say Vacation Express?
Yes.
Okay. So now that we've booked it there, we've got to go back and register it.
But
So under the book travel tab, there is a tab that says register outside bookings. Remember, you're seeing Teletravel up here. When we booked it in Vacation Express, we no longer saw Teletravel up there. So that's how you know that's an outside booking. So you're going to come down here, you're going to put the information from your confirmation here, your booking number, the booking type. It was a vacation/tour. The primary traveler's name. Who did you book? I booked the team of Dukes. Her name is going to go there. Where they're departing from. If there's not an asterisk next to it, you don't necessarily have to put it, but it would be helpful in case your money gets lost. The supplier. Who did we use, y'all? We used Vacation Express. We didn't use Delta. We didn't use American Airlines. We used Vacation Express. We booked it today. Even if they're on a payment plan, go ahead and put today as a day's book because it was booked today. When are they traveling? Well, they're going to go sometime in June, whenever it was. They're going to go from the 3rd of June to the 6th of June. And then how much was the trip? Well, it was about $6,000. You want to get the right amount. I'm just guesstimating. You might not know your commission amount. If you do, put it in there, great. And then attach a copy of the confirmation that the vendor is going to send to your email. Okay. And then you submit it. Boom. That is how you book travel in your travel agency as a travel agent or a travel expert, whatever you want to call yourself. Simple. That's just one vendor. We have a lot of them. Go ahead and go to the welcome letter for Teletravel. Get familiar with the vendors in that welcome letter. Register for them and play around with them. Learn which vendors to use for which trips. I'm going to be revamping the welcome letter to kind of tell you which ones to use for which trip. But in the meantime, get with your sponsor. Your sponsor brought you into this business. It's not their job to do the work for you. But if you show up, they're going to show out. We have the best people on this team. So any more questions, y'all? All right. If there are no more questions, that ends our trainings for tonight. I will go ahead and make this training available for you to go back and look at your leisure. You can also direct your people to this training. I'm going to have to edit just something out that came up when I was trying to share my screen. So it might be up in a day or two, but it will be up and I will let y'all know when it's up. I will see y'all next Monday. Later.